Hey guys, it's been a while. So, this year's Pixel event didn't exactly get me hyped. More, it was just a lot of cringe. The updates from the Pixel 9 line to the Pixel 10 were pretty small, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who felt a bit underwhelmed. So, you might be wondering, why even bother upgrading? Well, I still did, and I think my reasons might actually surprise you and help you decide if it's the right move for you. So let's get into it. So first, let's look at some of these updates. From the Pixel 9 to the Pixel 10 Pro, we have a new Tensor G5 processor made by TSMC instead of Samsung this time, and it's supposedly 34% faster. We have 64 gigabytes of RAM versus the 12 gigabytes previously, and we have 100x zoom now, what they're calling ProRes zoom. This is not an upgraded camera, but just an AI enhanced zoom up to 100x. We have a brighter display from 3000 to 3300 nits, Qi2 wireless charging at 15 watts, and 25 watts for the XL. Plus, we're getting MagSafe style magnets in what they're calling Pixel Snap. And Google finally caved in and removed the SIM card slot, so now it's all just eSIM. And then we have some new AI stuff. And with the base 10, you are getting similar bumps in everything, with the most notable being the third camera. The third camera is a 5x telephoto, but this apparently came at a cost of the two other rear cameras being downgraded with less megapixels and smaller sensor sizes. We have the main camera being bumped down from a 50 to a 48 megapixel, the ultra wide from a 48 to a 13 megapixel. And the new telephoto is a 10.8 megapixel. I do wonder though, why did Google finally decide to add a third camera to the base model? It's an interesting direction. Do you think that's why? So none of these are big wow type updates that would make me or anyone want to upgrade. The cameras are usually the big marker for me to consider an upgrade. But this year, it's the same set of cameras on the Pro. I would have loved to see a slight bump in the main camera sensor size to get better low light performance and some improvement in the camera stabilization. But really, I feel like all phones right now across the industry are in this plateau of hardware updates and are just all focusing on software because of how much AI is improving so quickly. It's another race to see who's going to make the best features out of AI. I would have been fine with sticking with the Pixel 9 Pro for another year, and I don't think I would have been missing much. But even without significant updates on the Pixel 10 lineup, I still upgraded. There were only two main drivers that pushed me to upgrade. First is a decent trade-in offer, credits, and a coupon. I really couldn't pass up a good deal. Second is how invested I am in the Pixel. Ever since my switch to the Pixel starting from the Pixel 8, I have been enjoying my overall experience, particularly with these features. First are the cameras. I fell in love with the Pixel cameras when I first had the Pixel 8 base model, and I just saw how color accurate the photos were. I wasn't seeing these overly saturated colors that were processed to be more social friendly. They just looked natural, almost like film quality. With the launch of the Pixel 9 lineup, Google finally decided to include a smaller Pro model. I hate big phones, and this sealed the deal for me on upgrading last year from the Pixel 8 base to the Pixel 9 Pro. So if Samsung wanted to get me back, just give me a smaller Ultra, and I think that might happen. Call screen. Call screen is one of the top features I appreciated the most since my switch. I no longer have to answer any unknown phone numbers. Google Assistant will answer the calls for me, give me a transcript and recording of the call, and then will also help me automark spam phone numbers. Lastly, the Pixel is a first-party device, With the Android software being available to other manufacturers, Pixel's version is as close as we'll get to a first-party software, akin to the iPhone and iOS. So I'm going to see Android features and updates first on the Pixel. So I'm curious to know, what would it take for Google to get you guys to upgrade? Or even make the switch to Pixel? What is that one feature you're holding out for? Let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.